What it do, YouTube, man? This your boy Thinking Outside the Box Chevy. I told y'all I was coming along with tearing up this little engine bay. As you already know from the last video, I got rust. What 1980 box Chevy don't got rust? But today's topic, like we was going to discuss and talk about the engine bay. That's what's coming up next. But I'm finna go ahead and throw in a video on how to remove the wiper motor and wiper arm assembly from a 1980 Caprice Classic, two-door Caprice, or however you want to call it. All right, so what we got here, YouTube, man? We got 3 bolts here holding up the wiper blade arm assembly right here, and the same 3 bolts over here. Okay, then we got this 1 bolt right here holding the arm for the mechanical mechanism to revert both sides on the wiper blade arms. Then once that's off, you got your bolt here and a bolt there and a bolt there for the wiper motor, and then you take that off and that should be it. But we gonna figure it out. And I got that little pocket right there, man. That's why I really want to remove the wiper arm, so when I do the firewall and everything, I want to be able to get to all rust. But let me go ahead and get the little tools that I got and get started on this, YouTube, before it get too dark. All right, so we got a series of 10 mil bolts there and 1 at the bottom, and these bolts that I came up with, they're 5/16 bolts, those 3 that's holding the arms in. So I'm gonna set this camera up and then we're gonna get right into it, YouTube. Let's go. And we needed a 1/2 inch to take off the little arm for the wiper motor. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and try to take loose first, so that the wiper arm assembly will be off of the motor. Then I can remove the 3 bolts holding the motor in and take that out of the situation. All right, so now I can break this loose. Now that was pretty much good and loose, so that helped out a whole lot. I ain't too much trying to be dealing and fighting with no rusty bolts, but that takes off the back end of the wiper arm assembly. So when I take off the 3 bolts, I could just go ahead and remove the wiper motor. So let me get set up to get ready and remove those. That would be my 10 mil. Let me get right to it, YouTube. By the way, man, how y'all doing out there? Cause the weather out here in the Midwest, man, been real crazy. It been up, it been down, and it been up and up, and it been down. It get kind of confusing. But this is basically however you want to change out your wiper motor on your Caprice. However, I believe it's going to be like this on the majority of the B bodies and all the G bodies. It's just on different setups, So now that we get into these bolts on removing this, trying to stay out of the camera because I know it's in a tight engine bay area. That's the 2nd bolt. And then we got our 3rd bolt down here. And as you see, it's already loose. So that's a good thing. We are already on top of our business. Let me go ahead and put the ratchet on this. So I go ahead and get this up out of there because it's leaning. Should have kept one of the other bolts in, but it's okay. Yeah, I need to get me some jack stands so when I get ready and start doing the engine bay, I could take the wheels off You know, I could take the wheels off and do the brake calipers and things like that. So that's all. So I just gotta separate it. It's a little rusty. We'll get some WD-40 or something and let it penetrate it a bit. I'll be right back, YouTube. Have y'all ever heard of First Lady Aeroade Rust Penetrant? It's all right. All right, so I'm gonna spray a little bit of this penetrating oil on here so I can knock this off. Get that a little second. Might as well hit these over here and see what it could do. Cause I'm trying to work smart and not hard, YouTube. You know, so everything that I'm doing definitely is on a budget. I can tell you that. I really don't got the bread like that, but as far as my knowledge, like I said, that's what I'm giving you guys. So I'm gonna let that sit down and let that penetrate a little bit. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here. Just like that. That's all you gotta do to get them wiper motors up off of there. You know, just give it one good whack, you know. But then as you see, that's where it was held up at. All right, so here's that motor. I mean, it gotta be the original one. Just put this back on there. It didn't have the casing for it. It just had the small one for this here. But since I whacked it, it's gone. But that was it. And now that that's off, I can go ahead, try to break these other bolts off the wiper blade arm so I can get that assembly up out of there and keep this ball rolling on YouTube. Let's go. So let me go ahead and hit them bolts right there. Now that they done been marinating a little bit, and see what kind of movement it gives me. We're definitely gonna take care of this business because I'm ready to get things rolling, man. I mean, I already got a little motion because I'm handling this business. You know, on my own, you know, not looking for a handout or anything, but definitely trying to see what I could do for myself before I reach on out. So we got good motion and movement right there. And I'm wrong for hitting that, but I don't need to break nothing that's rusty. All right, get up on this other one. Yes, man, it's all about just taking your time, man, and really focusing on what you're trying to do. I'm trying to create something that's gonna last, and I ain't trying to cut no corners. Like, honestly, when it came to the floors, like, I would have had, you know, I'm gonna patch them up. I might patch them up just to keep things going, but be prepared to do what I really gotta do. You know, I don't know how, you know, to remove this, but gotta figure something out. Cause let me get y'all back. I might have to get on YouTube, get off of YouTube and get back on YouTube and see how to remove these. Give me a second. Be right back. I ain't gonna lie, boy, YouTube cold as hell. So I found out how to get these box Chevy wiper blade arms off, and it's a real cool little setup. So what they got going on to help a motherfucker out is these little tabs right here. I don't know if let me focus in. All right, there we go. They got these little tabs right here. You just pull that joint up out of there, and I probably got to play with this one, but you pull that tab out and that takes off the lock off the spindle so you can take it off. But let me set this camera back up and get the ball rolling because I'm almost there. Let's see. Got this side out already. And oh, see, look, already. So this is what it is, YouTube, and it's pretty cool. And that makes it simple for the old school cars, man. So when it comes for me having to replace these, they got like this little mechanism right here. Let me see. It's a little rusty, but this is what it goes back and forth. But that's what locks it up onto, the little spindle that goes up inside, which is there. All right, so let me go ahead and get to this other side, and we take it from right there, YouTube. And watch this thing come up out of here. And that's all you gotta do to change your wiper blade assembly in a box Chevy. You get what you need. It's just like that. And this is the mechanism. And I could clean this up honestly and put this right back in there for usage, because it really ain't nothing wrong with it. I could, refresh these parts up, set them up the right way, like new again. Ball joint is good in there. Everything is good on this. I could just refresh this and this would be great. But turn y'all back on, YouTube. I'll be right back. All right, man. This how I know everything. I ain't even gonna say the struggle is real. Man, I need me a shop vac, man. But definitely I'm outside. I'm outside with it, so it's all good. I'll give me a shop vac. Couple of little items that's gonna help me out. That's why I got that air compressor, because I know I'm gonna need me a little air compressor, and that's why I got it. I went to the flea market and I came up on a nice little deal, man. Turn y'all back this way. Get this little box over here. But it's all gonna work out, because once you set your mind to do something, YouTube, man, it's not a problem. Do you know how many people it is out here in the world that does things like this? And this is the reason why YouTube pretty much exists on the how-to side of things. So you're definitely gonna be on the how-to side of things. And from the looks of it, I'm gonna have to take off this. I'm definitely gonna have to take this off, this bracing right here off, just so I could take care of the little rust area that's back here. I'm not gonna be able to do it if this is in a way. Then I'll probably have to just tack this back down. So it is what it is. YouTube, man. If you see it, you could repair it, you could patch it up. That's just all I'm finna do. But as long as the patches are done right, I think everything could be a-okay. But my biggest fear is I got a big glob of sealant right here, and I'm afraid that it's gonna be rust up underneath there. I'm just afraid. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna check it out. Y'all live with me. Don't know what's up under here, YouTube. And it is. So the firewall does got rust right there. And they thought they was slick. But, who knows how long it's been like this. But it's definitely rust there. And I don't know if I would have to remove my glass in order to do that, because I'm not cutting this firewall out. That's another thing. I'm not cutting this firewall out. And honestly, I think that's probably the reason why my fucking HVAC box is, the way it is. Not sure, but that's the case. So I got rust, YouTube, as y'all see it. So I definitely gonna want to take this off because I gotta get up underneath there. I gotta get up underneath here to do what I gotta do. And this is just all really finding out what we got, what we working with. It's not a project if you ain't working on nothing. So I clearly know what I got myself into, because I know it ain't always easy peasy. Yeah, that's rusty. I could hear it. Yeah, I hear it. I hear it and I see it now. So yeah, definitely we got us some rust. We got us some rust, YouTube. And they did their best on covering it up. But in this matter, we definitely gonna get to the bottom of it, because we ain't got no other choice. Ain't no turning back now, YouTube. Ain't no turning back. So honestly, I really do think that if I want to repair this firewall, I gotta take my glass up out of here. So that means that I'm gonna have to deal with this shit here by taking off my trim. And that's one thing that I really didn't want to do. I didn't want to have to take my trim out, but that's what I gotta do. So check it out. Right here at the window, I got rust. I mean the windshield. I got rust. And it looked bad, but it's not bad, honestly. Like I said, I'm not tripping, but I'm tripping. I could cut a whole firewall out and do this whole thing over again, but man, I'll be tripping. But I could do it. But that's what it is, YouTube, man. This is what we run into when we get in these old classic cars, man. The cancer that it is. In some spots it could be a headache, some spots it could be easy. This would be an easy spot in the condition that I got it in. So I'm kind of betting on that. But at the end of the day, I still got rust, and I can't get away from that. I ain't gonna lie, YouTube. It's kind of a drag, but I could deal with something like that because it make me want to have to make sure it's done the right way, all the way. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing is either one, calling Safe Light, or I just might go ahead and just take the windshield out myself. My thing is that I don't want to damage these. I don't want to damage. I got a little surface rust right there. So I know when I take this off, I might as well go ahead and do that too. But this is the cause of that, making me have to take the windshield out. I need my firewall to be A1 for one. And then I'm going to work my way down here and do this magic right here. So it's definitely going to be some work, some patching that need to be done. And I ain't afraid of it. Like I said, you only live once, man. Take on something, man. Do what you got to do. And I'm finna do this. But I didn't want to do that. But that's a nice little hole, man. So don't need no water getting up in there. Because definitely that's why they had all of that shit up in there. All of that silicone. But this windshield gonna come up out of here, and that's how I gotta treat it. Another one bites the dust. Now, if I wasn't the type of person that didn't know how to do what I was doing, I probably wouldn't even want to go this far. So, I'm definitely gonna do it. It's gonna be a staple piece. So just know, FDO, his first day out gonna be something else. But I'm gonna go ahead right now and just remove these little stoppers right here for the wiper blade. Get that out the way. Take this off for the spray nozzle. And get that cleared away, man, so I could have open motion right here. That's what I'm finna try to see what I could do. Let me turn y'all off and turn y'all back on. Yeah, YouTube, man. These are the things when you want to play in that box Chevy game, man. You're going to come across things that's going to cost you money. But this here ain't costing me no money because I'm my own labor at this point. And I'm definitely going to take highly advantage of it because if I was at a shop, like, man, they definitely going to do their number on me. But I ain't finna let nobody, you know, I ain't finna let nobody do me. The hell with that. And these mugs was crooked because that's supposed to be where the glass supposed to drop at. But yeah, man, I will be my own labor. I know what's going on with this bad boy right here. Y'all can't tell me nothing. Let me get over here to the other side. Every day I got something to do. And that's good because I'm staying active at it. And my momentum is everything. I'm staying up. So just know that, YouTube, man. By the time this motherfucker finish building, I get done building this car, I could look back on it and say, man, it came a long way. I could definitely tell you that. It definitely did come a long way. And it's coming a long way now, you know. But it's going to take time. I know it's going to take time. And what they say, Rome wasn't built in one day, but you got to have the knowledge and understanding to know that certain things that you do, sometimes you really do got to finesse it. And what I'm finna get ready to do now is really finesse this box Chevy. I'm really finna finesse it because it's gonna make sense at the end of the day. And like I said, it's mine. I could do what I want to do. I could do what I want to do. Box Chevy who? Box Chevy this, box Chevy that. But this weather trying to change up on us real good and quick. Until I start feeling raindrops, that's when I know I could call it one. But I'm definitely trying to stay active. You know, I don't want my momentum to die off. Cause I die off, the box Chevy die off, man. And box Chevys around here survive. I don't know what it looked like up underneath this motherfucker, man, but I really do want to find out, man. I already know I got rust. Overall, YouTube, man, what I do, I taught y'all. I ain't gonna say I taught y'all, but we took the wiper blade motor and assembly up out of the box Chevy, which was the goal for today. But, you know, while working, you find things to do and you find things that need to be addressed. So there you have it, YouTube, man. This video was dedicated on how to remove your windshield wiper motor and assembly off of a 1980 Chevy Caprice two-door, which is pretty much the same for a 77 all the way up to a 1990. Keep that in mind. And vice versa to the older ones, but they have different concepts on how the situation is set up. But there we have it. You know, you'll end up having a job just like this, but without that or this, but it's okay. Or even that. But it's all fun and games. So that's your boy, thinking outside the box Chevy, man. Don't be afraid to like, comment, subscribe. Come to the video, check me out, man. Like I said, it's all about a learning curve. And if you want you a box Chevy, go get you a box Chevy, man. you know, you learn to do what you could do. If you start from the bottom like this, you will definitely be able to see what's going on in the inside before you get to working on the outside. And the inside is what I'm working on right now. And then when you start layering it, everything could come out just fine, YouTube. So this your boy Thinking Outside the Box Chevy. And like I said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, man. The only way we trying to take this thing is all the way up, man. 1980 Chevy Caprice 2-door FDO. Let's go.